Well, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you can hear me. Looks like a few people are signaling that they can. So thanks for joining us this afternoon. We're here to um, announce the results of the fifth annual 3-Minute Thesis competition held by the Graduate College. And as we all know by now, this year had to be a virtual event, which created some new challenges and opportunities for everyone involved. But it seems to have been very successful, and it's exciting to bring this year's competition to a conclusion. So the 3MT is an opportunity for graduate student researchers to hone their communication skills by finding creative ways to describe their research in a way that makes it relatable and relevant to an audience of non-specialists. One major limitation in their presentation is that they are limited to the use of one slide, which is required to be static by the rules of the University of Queensland, where the 3MT idea began and has since spread throughout the world, so that competitions like ours are happening all over the world at different universities. I believe pretty much all of them virtual this time around. I'm Bill Graves. I'm Dean of the Graduate College, and this is always a highlight of the year for me when this competition comes around and we get to witness the interesting research that our students are doing and the creative ways that they find to present their research in this type of venue. So I want to say a few thanks before announcing the winners. There are too many individuals to name who were preliminary round judges this year, but you know who you are, and we're really grateful, and we know who you are because we may call on you again in future years. But your contributions to this event were instrumental to its success, and we really appreciate that you volunteered your time to serve as a judge. I also want to thank the three judges who served in the final round of competition. Those persons were Vivek Lawana. Vivek is a former 3MT winner, a PhD graduate from Iowa State who now is employed in Minnesota. And so it was a real pleasure to have Vivek back to serve as a judge this year. Also, we were pleased that Charity Nebbe from Iowa Public Radio and Television was able to serve as a judge this year. Really appreciated her expertise in communication, which is a necessity in her career, something she excels at. And so her insights were really valuable, and we appreciate Charity serving as a judge. And lastly, Becky Staldeman, who is a member of the Board of Governors of the Iowa State University Foundation, served as a judge. Becky's been a judge before for us. Vivek and Charity were not judges before, but Becky brought that experience of having witnessed in-person 3-minute thesis presentations, and her years of experience with us have really been helpful, and we appreciate her enthusiasm and her willingness to share her time to help us out in this way. So thanks to all three of those final round judges. I know this event may look fairly simple, but it's pretty complicated to put together, especially in a virtual format. Even when it's not virtual, there are a lot of complications, but it takes a committee, and there's a 5-person committee in the Graduate College that really excels at making this competition shine every year. And those individuals are Sarah Igram, Sarah Huffman, Natalie Robinson, Misty Trainer, and Denise Verkota from the English department. And they're just amazingly efficient and very effective committee. So thanks to the 5 of you. I also want to thank all of the students who participated in the preliminary round from all across campus. We had more interest in this than I thought we would maybe this year, doing it virtually, and it was a real success. And that led to the 7 finalists who participated in that second final round. If you'd like to see the presentations, they're still available to view on the Graduate College 3 Minute Thesis website. So in just a moment, I'll be announcing 3 winners. There will be a People's Choice winner, and I understand that this year we received hundreds, I believe, between something around 600 to 700 maybe votes. Really remarkable. And we were careful to avoid having repeat votes from the same individual. So those are all unique individual votes, which is remarkable. So that voting from all around the world probably led to the decision on our People's Choice winner. Then we'll have a second place winner and a first place winner, and I'll announce them in that order. All 3 winners will receive a monetary prize that will be awarded through their university U-Bill account. So if you are one of these 3 winners, you can watch for that to be credited to your U-Bill account. All the participants, though, to me, are winners just for putting themselves out there and doing more than was called on. I mean, no one is required to be a 3-minute thesis competitor unless you have a really demanding major professor. And so, the students volunteered to do something and put themselves in what for a lot of people might be kind of an uncomfortable situation to have to speak in 3 minutes and convey their research in this way. So to me, everyone who participated was a winner, and certainly everybody in the final round should be really proud that they made it to that level. So with that, let me begin with the People's Choice winner, and that is Ramya Srinivasan. Ramya, and here's Ramya. Ramya
Hi,
is a
thank you so
master's
much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so Ramya got votes in a remarkable number of votes through the People's Choice voting, and a lot of enthusiasm from people, as I said, probably from all over the world who viewed these videos. So congratulations on a job well done.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're a master's student in aerospace engineering, and the topic of your presentation was cooling football helmets, which apparently resonated with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ramya.
Thank you.
Our second place award goes to Solani Purandar, a doctoral student from apparel merchandising and design. Solani's, her presentation was related to 3D printed shark skin, biomimicked fabric. And I found them all really interesting and fascinating when I watched them. But the idea of mimicking fabric based on shark skin was something new to me and very interesting and well presented. So congratulations to Solani. And lastly, taking first place this year is Bailey Adams, a doctoral student from agricultural and biosystems engineering.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Yeah, congratulations to you, Bailey.
Thank you.
Bailey's presentation was on sprayer chassis suspension optimization for improved boom performance. And I know when I watched the presentations, you all 7 of you did a really good job with your slides. I'm sure that made a difference with the judges. And when I watched Bailey's, I was really impressed with how he used his hands to point at different parts of his slides. And I was trying to imagine either how much practice that took or I don't know. To me, it just seems like it would have been, not only would you have to worry about saying the right thing at the right time in the right way, all within this compressed period of time, but you'd have to worry about where to point and get all that right. And so, Bailey, how was that? How did you
Yeah.
practice to do that?
Let me tell you, it took quite a few times to master that because it was reverse of what I was expecting, right? So like I pointed this way and it was opposite on the screen. So it took me a couple times to master that.
I can imagine. Yeah. Well, congratulations.
Thank
Very
you
well
again.
done. We will hold another 3-minute thesis competition in the fall or very early spring, perhaps, depending on how things pan out with the pandemic next year or later this year. So be on the lookout for that. Everybody who presented this time around who is available may compete again. Just because you've been in the competition once doesn't mean that you can't compete again. And I would encourage you to give it a shot again, and also, encourage your friends to participate. If we have the outcome with the vaccine and other things that are happening with the COVID situation, I hope we'll be able to do this in person again by the fall or very early spring semester. I just noticed on my screen that Vivek Lawana is with us. Vivek, it doesn't look like your video is on, but if you want to turn on your camera or if you want to say anything as one of the final round judges, please feel free.
Hi. So many familiar faces is one thing that I want to say first. I'm I'm at my work, so sorry, I'm using my phone, but I think it was really exciting to look at all the presentations from the other side. When I was there a few years back, and I was one of the participant and a winner um, in the past, and I was talking to other judges and saying that if I had to participate this year and make this really fancy videos that all of you guys made, I would not have done. I would have just like, no, this is too much for me. So I think kudos to all the 7 finalists. I think you guys did a really good job, uh, and and if it makes any how do I frame it? I would say if it makes the people who did not get it any good uh, acknowledgement, is that we had really tough time finding the top 2 um, presenters, because they all were so good, and we really went back and forth, and we were making we were really getting to the nitty gritty of, okay, we have so many, all 7 of them. I would say that when we started the conversation, we for the good, we didn't had any, all the 3 judges had different picks, and then we kind of debated, and we reached to this determination on who would get the first and the second prize, um, based on all 3 judges input. And again, this is a unique scenario compared to when I participated, where the judges were on the spot and made the decisions, where in this case, we were all 3 at the 3 different locations. We met through Zoom, and we determined on your presentation. So first of all, congratulations to all 7 of you, and much more congratulations to the 2 winners. I hope you guys have opportunity to go to the regional competition, and I hope they arrange it and you guys can move on. Um, I again thank you so much for the opportunity to Dr. Graves for allowing me to be part of this.
Well, we really appreciate your input. It's great to see you, Vivek.
Same here. Yeah.
Yeah, as he mentioned, one of the possible benefits of being a winner is that you may be called on to represent Iowa State University in regional competitions or showcases elsewhere. So it's still kind of unclear when that will happen, if it will happen, how it will happen. But for those of you who are award winners, you may be called upon to do it all over again for us or allow your video to be used in that way. So, yeah. Well, oh yes, and Sarah Igram, thank you for reminding me via chat that and everybody, that the famous graduate college themed T-shirts, if you don't already have one or if you want another one, all the participants will be receiving a T-shirt, and there's a survey link there to fill out. So what we would need to ask you in the survey link, among other things, is what size T-shirt you would like to claim, and then we'll make arrangements for you either to pick it up or we can send it to you through campus mail or US mail. So if you were a participant in the competition, please look in the chat and click on that link and claim your wonderful T-shirt.
I'll email this link to all of you as well.
Great. Thanks, Sarah. All right. Well, with that, I guess this competition can officially come to a close for this year. And thank you, everybody, for making it such a success. It was great. Really appreciate everybody's participation. Good afternoon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.